Girl, that ain't your friend. Y'all ever told y'all friends some good news and immediately wanted to snatch it back? Like, girl, why my good news got your face looking like they told you your rent went up? I said I got promoted, bitch. Well, that's exactly what we talking about today. Everybody around you ain't rooting for you. And some people just want front row seats to your life, but they ain't clapping. Some people know every detail about you, know your life, your family, your struggles, your business, and still it might not be your friend. So today we asking the question, friend or foe, how the hell do you know? Because some of y'all calling people sis that should be listed under known associate. And before this episode is over, we're going to talk about fake love, jealousy, competition, loyalty, friendship, breakups, secret resentment, boundaries, and what happens when you realize maybe you've been a bad friend. Yeah, we checking everybody today, including ourselves. So let's get into it.
A few moments later.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Catch a Gal Outside. I'm your host, Stoney, and you already know how we doing it over here. We talk about the stuff everybody thinking about, everybody whispering about, everybody discussing in the group chat, but sometimes nobody wants to say it out loud. And today, baby, we talking friendships, because relationships ain't the only place people be ignoring red flags. Some of y'all got friendship red flags hanging down from the ceiling like decorations. And still talking about, that's my girl.
Girl, please.
Yeah, is it? Because it's a big difference between somebody who knows you, somebody who hangs around you, and somebody who is genuinely your friend. And today we're going to figure out the difference. So share this episode with your homegirl. Matter of fact, share it with the one you think might be the foe. T. No, don't do that. Or do. I mean, I don't run your life. But we're going to talk about it. Come catch a gal outside. Let's talk. So, to start it off, y'all know me. I don't just come on here and talk about no shit I don't know about or talk about no shit to y'all that y'all don't know about. I make sure that before we get to talking about shit, we know exactly, what we about to talk about. Like, we understand, you know what I'm saying, what the fuck's going on. Firstly, I just want to say, again, to everybody that's been following, sharing, commenting, engagement, like, y'all are truly the tea, the truth, and the vibes. Like, I couldn't do none of this. I wouldn't even be motivated enough to continue to do it if it wasn't for y'all outpouring of support. Like, it's straight unmatched. I really have had a long week. Like, I'm under the weather, or coming down with something, shall I say. So I'm not feeling my best. I was, you know what I'm saying, considering recording or not, but I gotta be there for y'all. Y'all there for me, so we're gonna keep this shit going consistently, no matter the weather. If I ain't dead in the hospital bed, I'm gonna be right here every motherfucking Tuesday for my people. The gag is today, y'all just gonna have to take some of that sinus stuff that be going on. And I do have my mug, which I thought was appropriate for the topic today, which is basically friendships. Friend or foe, how the hell do you know? How the hell do you know if you got a friend or a foe? We about to discuss that shit. But again, y'all know I never got tea in the teacup, but today, because I'm under the weather, I actually have me some broth in here. So yeah, we gonna get into a real easy, like, cause I'm hoping that I could take y'all from the first minute to the top of the hour. So yeah, like I said, we starting off with what actually makes somebody a friend. And I don't want to hear shit, y'all. This episode is real special, real deep to me, and real need to be had. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't wait to get to it. So my cue card, I maxed her out today. So I decided that I'm just going to bring my phone on here with me. I don't want to hear shit. Y'all mind y'all business. Yes, I'm going to be looking no different than before when I was looking at my iPad and shit. So I told y'all I'm going to give y'all as much formality as I can. And formality is rough. I like to go off the script a lot. But nonetheless, we're talking about what actually makes somebody a friend. So before we start calling everybody fake, we got to establish something like, what actually makes somebody a real friend. Sometimes we throw that word friend around too loosely. I tend to, just, and I may know that this not my friend, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just easier to say this than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I get to talking about, yeah, this is my known associate, that makes it a little awkward. Motherfuckers can look at you like, so, I kind of do lose it usually, but just because I see you every weekend does not mean that you are my friend. Just because we work together does not mean you are my friend. Just because you know I'm my business. Well, actually, that might just mean I talk too much, but a real friend should be able to celebrate you without making everything about themselves. A real friend should be able to correct you without embarrassing or humiliating you. You know what I'm saying? A real friend should tell you the truth even when you don't want to hear it. And listen, it's a difference between somebody telling you the truth because they love you and somebody trying to embarrass you or saying disrespectful shit and hiding behind, I'm just being real. Nah, bitch, you was just being rude. You know what I'm saying? It was a better way you could say that. I don't like those kind of people that, you know what I'm saying, be trying to pretend like they're doing it or saying it out of love. Like I said, you could have still said it out of love, a better way, a better tone, nicer. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, a real friend protects your name when you aren't in the room. Because I don't want to know what you say to me. I need to know what you say about me when I'm not there. To me, that's the part that matters. What's said in the room when I'm not in it to defend myself. A real friend keeps private things private. Me personally, if I told you something while I was crying or I was hurting or I was embarrassed, vulnerable, scared, confused, anything along those lines, that information does not magically become public information because we got into it later on down the line. But we ain't all cut from the same cloth. That tells me everything I know about you. A real friend respects boundaries. A real friend can disagree with you without becoming your enemy. And most importantly, a real friend allows you to grow. Because sometimes friendships don't fall apart because somebody did something horrible. Sometimes one person simply grows and the other person gets uncomfortable.
What?
Like, this is the maturing, the adulting part of friendship. But that brings me to this. Do we sometimes call people friends simply because we've known them for a long time? Because, baby, history and loyalty are not the same thing. We're going to get into that. Somebody knowing you for 15 years does not automatically mean that they deserve access to year 16. And I'm going to let y'all sit on that. Because, and I myself used to fall victim to this. I respected, seniority, and I respected this having being my friend, you know what I'm saying, for so long. I was one of them people that's just how she is, shit like that. But the reality is, sometimes the quality of people that are going to come into your life and have way less time under your belt are going to be better than those people that's been around for a long time. Those people get comfortable like any relationship. And so if you don't have that, the tenacity to keep working and putting effort into their relationship, because again, it's like any ship. We be talking about ships selling and all that shit on this motherfucker. It's like any ship. So nonetheless, with all of that being said about what a real friend should do, I feel like when it comes to defining what a real friend is, I don't think there's any perfect way to tell you what a real friend is. Like, a real friend to you, what a real friend is to you, like, different people require different things. You know what I'm saying? I may need a friend that's the yin to my yang. I may be the hothead. I might be the one ready to pop off at the drop of a dime. So obviously I may need a friend that's the opposite. You know what I'm saying? The thinker, the calm one, that kind of thing. So really, there's no way to tell you what kind of friend you need or what kind of person is a good friend to you. But generally, we all understand that you should treat somebody how you want to be treated. That's the general spectrum of how to be a friend. If you want someone to talk to you nice, you talk to them nice. If you want someone to consider you, you consider them. If you want someone to, go overboard and beyond, being thoughtful for you and buying you nice things, then that's exactly what you give back to somebody else. Like, there's no way you out here still asking for shit that you ain't giving. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, with that being said, that's what a good friend is. We're all hopefully on one page with that. So moving on, we gonna make another distinction: jealousy versus envy. Now, we just rounding out the subject. We putting down, we sowing the seeds so that it can grow into what we really here for today. So I don't care how necessary y'all think it is, we talking about it. Jealousy versus envy. Well, for one, they both not always the same. They definitely can run the same. One can definitely come off like the other, you know what I'm saying? Vice versa. Vice versa. Vice versa. But they are different. Sometimes jealousy is, I'm scared I'm losing my place. And again, that's human. Friends feel like that, you know what I'm saying? So, envy, for instance, is like someone feeling like I want what you have. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to jealousy, I could be jealous of a range of things. You know what I'm saying? Jealousy is a broad spectrum. When it comes to envy, it's literally I don't like you basically because I want this XYZ that you have. Understandable. But neither feeling automatically makes somebody horrible. But unchecked envy for me, it makes you horrible. Because I feel like that could make a friendship dangerous. You know, like the motherfucking Lifetime movies that people be watching. Because when somebody start believing that your light and, you know what I'm saying, what you got going on inside of you is dimming theirs, then yeah, they may start trying to turn your shit down, like put your light out, you know what I'm saying, or do things that could subsequently result in your light going out for one reason or another. But a good friend understands that your blessings do not block theirs. Your beauty does not make them ugly. Your success does not make them unsuccessful. Your relationship does not make them unlovable. Your opportunity does not mean that your opportunity doesn't mean that it's none left for them, you know what I'm saying, or they won't still have an opportunity. And simply put, their shine is not your shadow, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because your friend shines doesn't mean that you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has to learn their spot in the world, their place in the world. And you know, this friend may be that friend and you may be this friend. So again, everybody has to learn their spot in the world. So with that being said, like I said, jealousy is more of a broad spectrum. Like I could be jealous of you. Like I said, for thinking that, or I could be jealous of thinking that I'm going to lose my place to somebody or something. I could be jealous of you, for, you know, not treating me like you treat someone else, you know, along that line. Envy, like I said, is simply put, it's somebody want what you have. Like, I have this feeling in me of dismay for you, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, something in me just feel like it don't fuck with you, but it's deeply rooted from you're doing something or you have something that I want. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, my big question is, can somebody love you and still be jealous of you? Because I don't want to just put everybody in a, you know what I'm saying, a category. Like, people are human, people experience emotion, so it's totally okay to experience jealousy towards a friend or about a situation. You know what I'm saying? That's human. But like I said, are we moving past that? Are we, you know, checking it and snapping back to reality and still rooting for our friend? Or are we sabotaging, you know, our friends? Excuse me, y'all. I told y'all I'm coming down with something. I'm so sorry. Just glad this isn't like audience recorded or I have anybody in here on this particular episode. So y'all just gonna have to bear with me. I'm giving y'all all I got. But this particular question, I think it requires some maturity, some open-mindedness to understand how a person, like I said, a human, can experience these feelings but still genuinely care about you. So for me, I'm just going to say yes, because, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't have it on here if I didn't think it was debatable. So I'm definitely going to say yes, like I said, because it's a human emotion, and you can love your friend and still have a moment where you think, damn, I wish that was happening for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. Not, I want what that bitch got. You know what I'm saying? But damn, you know what I'm saying? Look at my friend. I really wish that, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, whatever. You know, you dwelling on the fact that it's them and not you, basically. But the real question is, because, like I said, I don't really think that feeling automatically makes somebody evil. You know what I'm saying? So the real question is what they do with the jealousy. Like, okay, feeling the feeling of jealousy isn't the crime. What you do with that jealousy is the crime. So do you recognize it? Do you check yourself? Do you support your friend anyway after feeling that feeling? Do you go work on what's missing in your own life? Because that's the game. What people fail to realize is we all get the same 24 hours. It is kind of weird to feel a way about your friend for accomplishing something you didn't when you literally had the same time, possibly the same resources. And if y'all true friends, like, I'm sure however they got, whatever they got going, they, you know, could provide the access to those people, places, and things to you as well. I mean, you know, we got to learn how to be friends with our friends. Like, the secret competition is what keeps people from actually growing together instead of apart. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, do you start punishing your friends for their shine? And what I mean by that, y'all, is like, you know, your friend is the one that gets all the attention. They're loud. Everybody loves them. You know, just a common household name, you know, around the neighborhood or the you know, the crowd that you guys frequent, the places you guys frequent. And do you know, are you now kind of feeling a way towards your friend for that? You know what I'm saying? Do you shade them? Do you compete? Do you purposely withhold your support? You know what I'm saying? Like, and this one I put on here because this one is big for me. I don't necessarily always say withhold support. What I would typically say in this case, as far as like me, I always say people always treat me like I got it. So that's what I say. Like, that scenario where two friends need $1, and you know, if you give it to this friend, they're gonna, you know, if you don't give it to this friend, they're gonna be upset. If you give it to this friend or don't give it to this friend, they're not gonna trip off of it. So you give it to the friend that's probably gonna shoot you attitude, blah blah blah. So yeah, when it comes to, like I said, withholding support, I feel like that. I feel that because I've been that person before that felt like, you know what I'm saying, a motherfucker didn't do something for me because they felt like I got it or I was well off, or, you know what I'm saying, go get it, you know how to get it type shit, you know what I'm saying? But that's not support. That's not friendship. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how much I got. If you have the opportunity or the capability to steer me to better or to give me better, a friend would, you know? Do you talk behind their backs? Do you secretly hope something goes wrong? Y'all need to tap into that one, because like I said, people be sitting right there in front row seats rooting and clapping, but deep down in their heart, you know what they say? Everybody, all prayer ain't good prayer type shit. Like, everybody don't be hoping you do your best or you come out on top, and that's just, you know what I'm saying, on the GDs. Like, that's just history, you know? So, when you get into things like that, that's where I feel like we have a issue, because as I stated before, jealousy, that emotion may be human, but sabotage is at that point a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally withholding great friendship from me because you feel some type of way in your body. So that's where you get into, you know, is it healthy? You know what I'm saying? Can you love me and be jealous of me? Like, you know. But that leads me to my next point. Friend or foe, how to know. So we're going to run through this. We're going to play a little game. I'm going to give you guys a situation, and we're basically just deciding whether they're a friend or a foe. So for my first scenario, your friend never posts your business, your events, your podcast, your accomplishments, nothing. But every day they repost celebrities, influencers, strangers, restaurants, and they never ate it. and everybody. You know what I'm saying? They posting everything but you is basically what I'm saying. You know, you got the same shit going on that they posting about, and you're their friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know me, help me. So yeah, no, okay. So I understand nobody is required to post you, but like I said, friends support friends, friends root for friends. Like, that's just what you do. Like, patterns matter. So we gon' not act like that's not a thing. It's not about what you do sometimes. It's about what you do all the time. You know what I'm saying? So if you're the type of person that's always posting these people but never posting me, yeah, like, that's a pattern for me. So if you support everybody on earth except the people that you actually know, I'm gonna raise an eyebrow on you. Fuck just my friend. Anybody that's doing that, I'm gonna raise an eyebrow. Cause like, I mean, not to call you fake immediately, but I'm just saying, I would be like, I see you. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's some shit we didn't discuss before with our friends. Like, this bitch don't never, you know what I'm saying? But she always, so y'all know how that go. I'ma personally have to say, I'm not gonna say faux. Like I said, I'm not gonna immediately call you fake and all that shit. But I am gonna say that I would be, you know, I would have, you know, my head on a swivel with you, because it's like, friends are supposed to support. Why aren't you supporting? Why aren't you giving this love? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, my second scenario, every person you date, your friend suddenly thinks they're attractive. Friend or foe? Because, okay, listen, humans have eyes. We know when somebody look good. And it's a difference between girl, he cute, and girl, if you didn't have him, you know what I'm saying, type shit. Faux behavior. That's how I feel. Stay your ass over there. We ain't even, that's top of my list. Like, for one, it ain't even about you popping pussy, because go ahead, have them sloppy seconds. However, what that look like, you know what I'm saying, what they make us look like. And I don't fuck with that part of it. What may be perceived from you doing that stupid ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Now the niggas that you fucked with trying to try me. You know what I'm saying? I don't do nothing there. You had them, I don't want them. That's absolute faux behavior. No debating. I don't even give a fuck who you is or what you think. If you fucking behind your friend, it's absolute fucking faux behavior. And that's that on that. Moving on. Third scenario. You get dressed to go outside. You feeling good. You walk out like, girl, how I look. And your friend say, take that shit off. Friend or foe? Plot twist. That might be your best friend, because sometimes I be needing somebody that's, you know what I'm saying, not gonna let me leave the house looking no fucking mess. I don't want you to hurt my feelings trying to tell me, you know what I'm saying, go take that off. But I would rather you say it with love, but I would rather it be said. You know what I'm saying? That's the point of it all. Like, say it. Be the friend that tells me. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, that might be your best friend, but everybody that's smiling at you ain't helping you. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's really for you to use your discernment. Cause me and my friends, we crack a lot of jokes. You know what I'm saying? We just crack jokes. That's literally like a stipulation to be my friend. We like funny time, bitch. Like, I don't know, the shit that people probably don't joke about, or probably would think that we're human, horrible people for joking about. We joke about that shit. I'm straight drinking some broth, y'all. I don't feel well. But anyway, I'm gonna have to say, like I said, if a motherfucker can't come a little softer, then go take that shit off. Like, outside of it being a joke. Like I said, if my friend came outside, for instance, my girl, Yay, if she came outside and said, friend, this look okay, and it was some country techie ass shit or some shit, I might be the bitch to say, bitch, if you don't take that shit off. But again, for us, certain things that somebody else may be offended by or something, or terms of endearment, like, bitch, we left that shit off, and then she'll be like, for real though, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I'll really say, yeah, friend XYZ, you know. But we play a lot. So like I said, that one for you is to determine whether that bitch your friend or foe. Like I said, let's not forget patterns. Patterns matter. So if that bitch always trying to check you in your outfit when you know damn you to put that shit on, bitch, we outside, the niggas out, you know what I'm saying, you know you look good, then yeah, you might want to second guess if that bitch your friend, or that bitch really be on some hater shit. Scenario number 4. You're arguing with somebody and your friend tells you, girl, you wrong. Friend or foe? So I'm gonna have to say that might be a friend, because loyalty don't mean co-signing foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely the one to check my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, I love you down, but that was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I literally just went through this in the car with my friend the other day. Like, she was talking about what she had did to one of her little male friends, whatever. And I was just like, friend, that was wrong, you know. And she was like, whose side you on? Bitch, you don't even gotta guess. I'm always on your side. However, we check ourselves too. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like you're doing something detrimental to our goals in life or our alignment, and I feel like our goals are to get, lovers, companions, partners, be happy, be married, all these things, bitch, yes, I'm gonna tell you. We get spicy in this motherfucker. Can my enemy be your friend? This is a touchy subject, you know what I'm saying? Because some people feel like, you know what I'm saying, what happened between y'all stay between y'all. That person ain't never did nothing to me. And then on the other side, another motherfucker might feel like, if my friend don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I'm kind of that person, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it ain't gotta be where, okay, my friend beefing with you, so we got some visible beef. It's simply like, you're gonna know that I'm riding with this side. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could be cool. You ain't done nothing to me. Hi, bye, all that type of thing. But bitch, you won't catch me sitting in no room with you and another bitch while y'all talking about my friend. Or you won't be able to approach me and talk about my friend. And especially not, and I'm not telling her, but I'm the type of bitch that don't even make a motherfucker comfortable enough to come and sit and talk about my friend with me. You know what I'm saying? And obviously the question poses itself, like, why was they comfortable? What did you say? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. When it comes to that'll definitely break up a motherfucking friendship for me. So I'ma just have to say foe, because in your heart and your soul, you know that shit ain't right. You know, if you got into it, especially over some shit that matters, like a motherfucker straight did something to you. That's some petty shit. That's different. But bitch, you know how to move. You know what the fuck is right or wrong. Like I said back in the beginning of the episode, would you want it done to you? On a general scale, if you fell out with somebody and I went over there and I befriended them, or I was still kicking it with them after y'all done fell out, would you like that? Whether you said something or not, you would probably feel a way about it. Like, keep that into consideration when y'all doing shit, when y'all making moves and shit like that. Like, when a motherfucker intentionally do you dirty and you gotta opt their ass, now your friend wanna go over there and be friends with them, let them. Cause bitch, they gonna opt you too. What made you think you was better or bigger than the motherfucking program? You know what I'm saying? You next. That's me and my girl's line. You next. Anyway, moving on. We gonna go on and talk about the friendship red flags. So, this the part where we get a little messy. Y'all know me. I like my messy grows. We do this shit in star steps. So anyway, we're gonna get into the friendship red flags. My number one. That's just how she is. What? And I don't like this, y'all. Like, no, stop doing it. Like, I don't like that shit for a friendship or relationship. I talked about this shit in previous episodes. We're not doing it. We're adults. We need to be adults. You know what I'm saying? That's not the adult thing to do, to just leave a motherfucker where they at. That's just how she is. Yeah, until a motherfucker check that bitch out of it. So, again, red flag number one. That's just how she is. Red flag number two. Your friend gets weird when something good happens to you. Watch their faces. Watch their energy. Watch the reactions. You ever told somebody, girl, I got a job, and they say, oh, that's cool. Like, cool? Just cool? Bitch, I ain't had a job in 10 motherfucking months, bitch. We supposed to be celebrating, start with straight shots, and then pop bottles. Like, bitch, pour it on the models. What is you talking about cool? Yeah, you got to pay attention to shit like that. Ain't nothing cool about nothing like that, bitch. I've been out of work, probably hungry, struggling, bills, kids, school, whoever, car, whatever, home. Or they can type paragraphs under, or overly congratulate everybody else for their accomplishments and the shit they got going on. Oh my God, queen. You deserve everything. I'm so happy for you. That type of shit. But then when it come to your blessings, they hit you with the cold heart. It ain't even a emoji with the hearts around and no love. It's just a heart. It might not even be a heart. It might just be a motherfucking reaction of a heart on the status. Bitch, I know you know how to type. Type my shit the same way as you just typed over there. Congratulations, queen. You the best. I've been watching you glow up, all this shit. But to a bitch that got 20,000 motherfucking subscribers and shit to get what? Some attention. But then when it comes to your real friend, y'all gotta watch out for motherfuckers like that. Definitely red flag. Because I know, like I said, everybody don't have the like everybody don't have to perform support. You know what I'm saying? Like put on publicly how they support you. But like I said, we know the difference. You know what I'm saying? People, friends show up. If they got a platform, they gonna show up for you on a platform, even if you have to ask. Cause sometimes friends just don't be, you know what I'm saying? I'm that type of friend that be doing her own thing, shucking jiving, which I'm barely on Facebook looking at what people got going on Instagram and Snapchat. And if I am interacting, it's more of a me posting some shit to kind of keep my numbers going, keep my motion going. But I rarely have the time to sit there and truly engage with people and share stuff and give love. I do what I can, but sometimes you just got to reach out to me. Hey, can you share this? My little cousin do it all the time. Cuz, can you share my hair picture? So just be mindful. And again, you probably gonna hear me say this a lot throughout the episode, but patterns matter. I'm simply saying that the way for you to know is it a pattern? You know what I'm saying? Are they displaying a pattern with this shit? Is it something that they do often? Is this something that you can get used to? You know what I'm saying? So that leads us to red flag number 3. Everything becomes a competition. Y'all know these kind. You buy something, they gotta buy something better. You start a business, suddenly they always wanted that same business. This a gag. Like, this the shit that be building up that jealousy and that envy up in people. Y'all, you gotta pay attention. I'm calling you to pay attention. You get in a relationship, now everybody needs to know how many people want them. Like, you just been out here undesirable all this time. Now I told you I'm in love and I'm doing X, Y, and Z. And now you want to talk about Rick James, Larry Poe, and Ho all calling you and wanted you to come over. Woo, woo. You lose weight. Now they start talking about how they always been smaller than you. Or, you know what I'm saying? Remember when you used to be big and I was little? And before you finish telling the story, they talking about what they got going on. And it start feeling like you can never, ever have your moment. That's exactly what it feels like. It's like, for me, do you want to sit at the table with me or do you want to be me? Like, I personally encountered this particular situation far more times than I ever needed to in life to understand what the fuck was going on. Like, I don't get that. It's like, it's a difference. If you want to eat with me, you want to be my friend, sit at my table, we share what we got, that's one thing. But like I said, to want to be me is different. It's no competition here. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for you. Whatever resource that I have, whatever help, whatever knowledge, wisdom, whatever I can offer to you, whatever platform, whatever you need. As a friend, I got you. It ain't no competition. Ain't no you better than me, bitch. We is we. You know what I'm saying? There's no I in team. So if you're my friend, we doing this shit together. We putting this shit on together. You bitches be lost behind it. Like, motherfuckers be wanting you to do good, but not better than them. That's the key. So you gotta stay woke, queens. You gotta be able to, and kings, because this ain't just no woman thing. You know what I'm saying? Men, I know y'all be playing that hard shit and shit, but I know y'all whole niggas near and dear to y'all motherfucking heart too. So y'all need to be able to decipher too who really there rooting for you and who really just trying to hang on your bumper or your coattail to the top. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to that. Red flag number 4, they secretly enjoy your bad news. And I'm gonna be honest with you, y'all, this one can be subtle. This ain't always gotta be something that's loud. You know what I'm saying? You could literally feel somebody perk up when you start to struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of a sudden, like, bitch, you been cool, laid back, ain't saying much, ain't doing much. Now I'm telling you that I'm, you know what I'm saying, at odds. You know what I'm saying? Maybe my relationship going bad, or I'm having some issues at work. And now, excuse me. And now, all of a sudden, you're living your best life, living your life like it's golden. Everything's going great for you. Like, I'm going through something now. You checking on me every day. You ain't checked on me every day before. And granted, Y'all don't get it confused, because there are some friends who will check on you every day. However, have you been checking on me every day? And what are you checking about when you call me? You know what I'm saying? Are you asking me about the struggle, or are you literally trying to make sure that I'm moving past it? I'm putting one foot in front of the other. Are you calling encouraging me every day? Are you calling to check and see if I ate? Are you calling to see and check and see if I'm doing my daily things that I should be doing, taking care of my kids, taking care of my home, you know what I'm saying, those type of things. The moment that you're past that stage of those things, like I said, they checking on you every day. When you down, your relationship bad, they want to call you, they want to talk about it, and then all of a sudden when shit get better for you, you don't hear from said friend. Ghost all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Like, and for me, that just that make me feel like it raises an uncomfortable question. Like, was you really even supporting me? You know what I'm saying? Like, because when I was down, you was on my bumper, you was on my hitter. You know what I'm saying? I was your girl, you was checking on me, blah, blah, blah. And now that I'm better, so it's like, you know what I'm saying, was you really supporting me, or was you more comfortable with me struggling? But like I said, that goes back to it. Some people want you to do good, but not better than them. So yeah, it gets them feeling good up in their body when they hear that somebody that they know is usually up here and usually got life by the balls and shit like that is now struggling. Pay attention to that shit. Red flag number 5. Disrespect disguised as jokes. Girl, I'm just playing. Okay, well, why all the jokes about me if you just playing? You know what I'm saying? My body, my relationship, my business, my money, my job, my kids, you know what I'm saying? My parenting, my appearance, you know what I'm saying? At some point, baby, this ain't humor. And I'm sorry if I forgot to laugh. Y'all know how motherfuckers used to be like, this not funny to me. And I don't want to be the butt end to every motherfucking joke that come out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's joke about you. I'm truly, that it just seems like hostility disguised as like a punchline. You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to wrap your hate up in a joke. You know what I'm saying? But you really can't disguise hate as a joke. Hate sound like hate however you disguise it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. For me, that's faux behavior. That's just how I feel. Every time we catch some bullshit, faux behavior. Cause baby, you couldn't have thought. You know what I'm saying? So moving on, red flag number 6. Your vulnerability becomes ammunition. So this the one I don't play about, y'all. Like, you told somebody something during one of the lowest moments of your life, then y'all fall out, and now they throwing it all in your face, or all on the internet, or all around the friend group, or however they decided to outlet your shit. That just tell me, you know what I'm saying, when I was confiding in you as my friend, you was collecting weapons on me. You know what I'm saying? Collecting ammo for your weapons to fire off later in a fucking debate that you obviously anticipated on having, because who does that? You know what I'm saying? How was you so readily equipped, at all the shit that's gone on in my past and shit that I've told you since we were friends? No, ma'am. Faux behavior. The top faux behavior. If you fall out with a bitch and she run to the internet to a whole bunch of motherfuckers that probably don't know you, don't know her, don't give a fuck about you, don't give a fuck about her, and truly probably don't give a fuck about what she talking about, just love mess. You know, I love the mess. Motherfuckers just be loving the mess. Faux behavior. That bitch ain't your friend. That bitch was never your friend, and don't ever be friends with that bitch again. Red flag number 7. They gossip with you constantly. Now listen, we all talk. You hear me? This is Catch a Gal Outside. We ain't finna sit here and lie like we don't talk. That's all the fuck I do is talk on this motherfucker. But if every conversation, you know, is some gossip or some girl, don't tell nobody, or girl, why? You know what I'm saying? If you bringing everybody business to me, what the fuck you doing with my business? Motherfuckers don't be thinking about that part. Where you taking it? Somewhere else, and probably with screenshots. Don't be trusting bitches that's so quick, you know what I'm saying, to come to you all the time with somebody else's business. And me, I'm the type of motherfucker, I don't even want to hear that shit. Like, I barely want to be a part of my own drama. You know what I'm saying? I really don't have the capacity to keep sitting up every day hearing about somebody else's. So my friends know I shut that down. Like, I don't want to hear that right now. You know what I'm saying? A friend, Let's talk about something else. I ain't here for this today. Like, we do our first share of gossiping and shit like that, but me and my friends, we ain't on that all the time. So boom, red flag number 8. They disappear when you start winning. Some people support you beautifully when you're down because your struggle makes them feel secure. But then you start healing, you start making money, you start looking better, you start setting boundaries, you start getting attention, you start saying no, you stop needing, the people in question the same as you did before, and suddenly the friendship change. Sometimes your glow up doesn't change you. You know what I'm saying? That's the simplest way I could put it. Sometimes the glow up the glow up changes the people around you. Simply put, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people, it changes how people feel about having access to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's their problem. Don't stop popping shit. Don't stop glowing up. Don't stop growing up. Don't stop healing, because that's their problem. They got to go somewhere and look deep in their heart and their soul and figure out where's the disconnect with their divine greatness. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody stunt you out. With all of those being dropped, those red flags and a little knowledge, I got something for y'all that I drew up called the receipt check. So I'm going to give you friendship behavior, and we're going to decide, like we did before, if it's a red flag, a yellow flag, a green flag. And by green flag, I'm going to label that one as human. So your friend forgets every important moment but expects you at all of theirs. I'm going to have to say red fucking flag, because it's one thing to say your friend misses everything but invites you to all of theirs, which would probably still be a red flag. But this particular one says expects you. You can't expect shit from me that you ain't giving me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that you won't get shit from me that you are not giving me, but you better not fucking expect it, because you can expect to be disappointed, because I don't do that. I'm big on reciprocity. So your friend forgets your birthday once. Red, yellow, or human? I'm gonna have to say human. One time, hopefully it was around the time we first started being friends, not like we've been friends 10 years, which it's engraved in your brain for the last 10 years and you forgot on year 11. It's crazy. However, if it was just one time, I'm gonna have to say human, but it's kind of yellow flag too to me, like, because you kind of, bitch, what, you got a new friend whose birthday you remembering? Your friend has one jealous reaction, then comes back, apologizes, and owns it. This one I'm gonna have to say is human. No yellow flag, no red flag intended or needed to be waved, because for someone to acknowledge that they've done something and to come back and apologize, adult behavior, total emotional security, total emotional maturity, like creme de la creme. That's exactly how you do it. That's human to me. That's how you get it done. Your friend constantly downplays everything you accomplish. Do we gotta say it out loud? Red for sure. Bitch, ain't no way you trying to downplay every damn thing I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, friend, you can't clap for me? Red flag. Your friend needs space sometimes. People need space. I'm a Capricorn. I am an only child. I'm a loner. I'm the popular loner. I get overwhelmed sometimes. I get overstimulated, understimulated. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I just need that alone time. I do my best work alone. I go in hermit mode. I come back, money up, ideas up, creativity up, love meter up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just recharge. So I'm gonna have to say that one's human. For most people, it's required. Your friend only calls when their life is falling apart. I'm gonna have to say yellow headed towards red, because we have to stop expecting perfection out of friendships. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people mess up. Sometimes people have feelings. Sometimes people make bad decisions. Sometimes people have bad seasons. The real question is, and again, I told y'all was gonna hear this throughout the episode, is it a mistake or is it a pattern? At the moment that you realize it is a pattern makes it a choice. Means it's going to continue, especially if there's been no known boundary drawn. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all could sit with that for a bit while we move on to something that I have curated for y'all called Pick a Side. And it's the lightning round. Okay. So no long explanations, just pick a side. Tell your friend their partner cheated or mind your business. Now, I wish my friends was her. Because, baby, I'm telling each and every time, I don't necessarily like for a motherfucker to go run back and say that I'm the one that told. But if you must, I'ma stand 10. Especially if I saw it with my own eyes. So, I'm going to have to go with tell my friend. Your friend is wrong during an argument. Take her side publicly or correct her privately. Or are you going to tell her right there? I'm going to tell my friend in private. Like, I'm going to do what I can to diffuse the situation, make the arguing stop or go away. And then, like I said, if I feel like my friend was wrong or done something wrong in the situation, I'm definitely going to tell my friend in private. Now, granted, some cases where, it's a friend group. So, bitch, ain't no private. We about to, right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, if my friend is a stranger or some shit like that, or somebody that's not a part of the friend group, that's completely different. And yes, I'm gonna check my bitch behind the scenes. You're not finna see me checking my friend in fucking front of her face, unless the bitch is on some weird shit, like she ain't calming down or some shit, ain't trying to hear no rhyme or reason. Then shit might get real. Cause one thing I don't like, if y'all know Stoney, she always say she don't like scenes. I don't like scenes. So you realize your friend is jealous of you, have the conversation first or cut her off. Now, we just said that jealousy can be human. It's an emotion. People feel it. So I'm not going to cut my friend off based off those things that I gave previously in the show. Is it unchecked? You know what I'm saying? Did they come back and still support? Those kind of things. Make sure you ask yourself that. Your friend dates your ex. You talking about what's his name? Automatic foe for me. I don't even give a fuck what the rest I put on her. It's talking about or depends on the ex. For me, automatic foe. It don't depend on the ex. Anytime a bitch is checking for what you had, she will continue to check for what you had. It don't matter the person. And once you let a bitch shenan, she gonna shenan again. Now every ex you have for the next 5 years, this bitch on your bumper after you get automatic foe. Your best friend befriends your enemy. Betrayal! Or grown folk business. I'm gonna have to go with betrayal. Because it's one thing, again, like I stated before, to be cool with someone that I may consider an enemy or may have fallen out with. And by cool, you know what the fuck cool is. Cordial, hi, bye, you know what I'm saying? But to go and literally build a friendship with somebody that has already been opted out by a friend is fucking diabolical. Bitches, you cool? Like, you already not friends with this bitch. So, it would have been in your best interest in the friendship of your friendship to not fucking befriend a bitch that they don't like. Like, I don't know. That's just weird behavior. Like, I feel like something inside of you must feel like you didn't want to like the bitch either. So, maybe you want to get close to this bitch and see what it is exactly. If it's what you think about or what you feel about the same thing. I don't fucking know, but that shit is weird behavior to me. Absolutely betrayal. Not no motherfucking grown fuck business. Weird ass behavior. Your friend constantly talks about you behind your back but says, I only said it because I was mad. Do you forgive them or access denied? Fuck that bitch. Cause bitch, if you only said it because you was mad, what the fuck else you gonna say or do because you mad? You know what I'm saying? And if you can assess the fact that you did it or said it because you was mad, bitch, do better. I don't want to hear your explanation about I did it because I was mad. That's not an explanation. That's not an excuse. Bitch, you need to apologize. You know what I'm saying? Do better. Nonetheless, moving on. We're gonna talk about when the friendship gets weird. So once you just seen that your friend be acting jealous and different shit like that, you start to move differently, as anybody would. So boom. Let's talk about the stuff nobody like you meeting.